They're not going to go away. I'm personally doomed for the rest of my life because I decided that I didn't want to have kids anymore. I decided to be a good little youngster and say, look, y'all not finna get me pregnant and put me on this county assistance and get me all fucked up in the game. So I'm getting my tubes tied. Y'all not finna get me caught up with multiple baby daddies that don't want to take care of their kids already, have me stressing and struggling, trying to figure out how I'm going to take care of my kids. Y'all not finna get me stuck with extra kids and I can't enjoy my life because I've been taking care of kids since I was 6, 7 years old because my mama didn't take care of my brothers and sisters, and then I had my daughter at 16. I delivered out the womb 2 months after my 16th birthday. So for me, having another baby was not and is not on the agenda. It has never been. Shit, the first baby wasn't on the agenda, and I love her to death. I love her life. But she wasn't on the agenda either. If God wouldn't have snuck her in there when I was 16, I wouldn't even have a baby. But I love my baby nevertheless, and I'll never give her up for anything in the world with her crazy self. But I tried to take the necessary precautions so I did not end up being a welfarian. I tried to take the necessary precautions so I didn't end up being somebody who couldn't take care of themselves as well as their family. I ended up being a statistic now, even more so, because now I'm a statistic of the Essure. The Essure has taken me down and drugged me through there. So let me tell y'all what's going on with me now. So y'all know I got the Essure put in 2011, March 2011. And as a result, I was excited. It was the best decision I could have ever made is what I thought. I'm making a great decision. I'm about to get my tubes tied. I'm not about to have no more kids. They call me the same ones they fuck. Not me, no. I'm a virgin. I'm excited. They not gonna give me no more kids. I don't have to worry about it. Let's have a party because we ain't having kids. Let's have a party because we ain't having kids. That's how I felt. I'm all in the hospital with my cheesing like this. I'm about to have this thing. Hey, yeah, no more kids. I was so excited in that hospital bed. I was 26 years old in March, laying in the hospital bed, getting ready to have my tubes tied. As a result, they tied my tubes. It was very easy, non-invasive. I got out of the hospital. I went home. I took an extra couple of weeks off just to make sure nothing happened. And I was at home and I was excited. And all I kept thinking was, yes, I finally was successful. It took me 11 years to convince a doctor to tie my tubes. Every doctor told me no. Ladies understand that they don't want to tie your tubes because you haven't been married. They don't want to tie your tubes because you don't have enough kids. They want you to have 2, 3 kids. They don't want to tie your tubes because you're not old enough. All these different things. I was letting them know real quick. Check this out. I'm getting my tubes tied till I won't no more. Can you stop trying to give me kids? Stop trying to give me kids, okay? Well, as a result, that was the worst decision I could have ever made in my entire life of trying to tie my tubes because I have been going through hell and back for the past 7 years. 7 years. Your tubes they gave me the death penalty, Nola, on my mama. That's a great way to explain it. They gave me HIV without the HIV. The death penalty is definitely a good option, though. I like that. I might try to retune that real quick. Good morning, Cuzzo. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Paul. I see y'all watching over on IG. I see y'all on Periscope. Well, I thought I was being a young black smart girl, knowing that, look, you're not going to catch me up on the system. You're not going to Section 8 me, food stamp me, TANF me, EBT. Like, you're not going to do me like that. So I chose not to have any more kids. Well, fast forward to 2018. I have lost my I have had a hysterectomy since then. Let's back up. Since that surgery, which was 2 coils that they placed inside my fallopian tubes, okay? That's what they did. They put 2 coils inside of my fallopian tubes, and the scar tissue around it blocks it, okay? Now, as a result, I'm not supposed to have any sperm shooting up through my fallopian tubes getting me pregnant. That was one of the things that was a plus for me. I never got pregnant. However, I was still on the depot. I want y'all to know that I bled for 6 years. Bleeding. 6 years. Maybe 2 days out of that month did I not bleed, okay? 6 years I bled, okay? Migraines, memory fog. The last 2 weeks, my memory, every couple of weeks, the memory fog is thick. And I can't remember half the shit I'm thinking, where I set something at, what I'm supposed to be saying, what I'm supposed to be doing. No matter what I rehearsed, I can't even remember it. A prime example is at the play on Sunday. I've been rehearsing. Have a great day, Nola. Don't be over there working too hard and stressing yourself out about single cat, okay? Now, don't be stressing yourself out about single cat, Nola. Get back to work and have a great day, baby. Now, when this happened to me, I thought I was being smart. I was trying not to become another statistic. Now, since then, since that Essure was put in my tubes, I've had 5 or 6 surgeries. One, corrective surgery, because the process did not take correctly. One of those coils immediately within 3 months migrated out of that fallopian tube. So I had to go back for a surgery. I am now sure that the gum graft, which is where they take the skin from the roof of your mouth and they repair your gums with an oral surgery. I had an oral surgery, 2 of them, to repair that. We are now finding out that the receding gums that they told me was related to my labret piercing was not due to my labret piercing, because none of my friends have receding gums. Sheree, you got receding gums?
No.
Okay. As a result, I had 2 gum surgeries where they took meat from the top of my mouth and they put it on my gums. That's another surgery that I've had. Now, in addition to that, I have had salpingectomy, a bilateral salpingectomy, where they took my fallopian tubes to try to fix what was fucked up. That didn't work either. In addition to that, I had a hysterectomy to fix all of that, to stop the bleeding and the pelvic pains and all the stuff I was going through. And guess what? All that stopped was the bleeding. I've had a hand surgery because it developed a random ass cyst. And women have many cysts on their hands, and the cyst was not visible to me. It wasn't even there. And all of a sudden, my hand stopped working. The pain shot in it and closed my hand and sealed it tight, and I couldn't use it. So I say all that to say my latest, which I've had for a while, but I didn't realize that it was so common, was the fact that the other day, okay, so when I drive at nighttime, I try not to drive after 12:30. If I do, and I feel myself getting, like my eyes getting heavy, because I can feel when it's happening to me sometimes, I'll stop. I have a friend that, like, when I do black magic, I go to her house and take a nap because she's closer to my house than I am to my house. So from the black magic show to her house, it's about 10 minutes. From the black magic show to my house, it's about 25 minutes. And I know 25 minutes could be the means of life and death for me. So let me tell you what happened to me the other night. Sheree, you ain't ready for this. Let me turn your mic on, because you pull your mic in, girl, because you're going to probably join in.
Okay.
Because you don't even know this happened. So as a result, after my show on Saturday, after my show, the play on Saturday, we all went out. I went to 2 different destinations. The second destination, I got all the way back by my house, which was in Henderson, which is 8 minutes from my house is where I was this second time. I felt myself falling asleep. For 30 minutes, I drove around sleep. 30 minutes, Sheree. 30 minutes I was sleep driving, okay? Because my house is 8 minutes from where I was. Y'all hear me when I say my house is 8 minutes from where the fuck I was? So it's 8 minutes from where I was, and I drove around in apparently circles and hitting blocks and probably zoning in and out to see lights, because I'm in the same area. The last time I woke up and I visually caught myself, I was like, I've been driving for a minute and I ain't even at home yet. Like, what's going on? So I opened my eyes again and my eyes shut again. At that moment, and when they shut, I hit the median. I was already swerving from lane to lane. There was a few cars I almost hit, but I think they was catching me. And I'm not lying. I am not making this shit up. This is the first time it's ever been this bad. So that's why I'm telling y'all this. The Essure is not good, y'all. Like, I'm going through hell and back because of it. So I just swerved in and out of lanes this entire 30 minutes. I'm 8 minutes from my house. And don't even know where the fuck I'm at, but I'm by my house. I'm a native. I know where I'm supposed to be. I live here. I'm not a tourist. I don't need MapQuest to get me home. I know how to get home. Well, when I hit the median, boom, I was like, I think I just fucked something up. Oh my God. So I was making a left turn. That's how I hit the median. I was in that lane already, but the median is long. So I hit it before I even got up there. I wasn't even trying to turn. I hit it because I fell asleep right at the median. So when I hit the median, it woke me all the way up, and I turned and I kept trying to drive and my eyes were shutting down. And I was like, you know what? Check and make sure your car is okay before you continue trying to drive. So I pulled over and I got out of the car, and there was a big ass hole in my car like that. Just like that in my tire. Just like that in my tire, y'all. My tire ain't even that fucking big. But it was a big ass hole in my tire. So I'm like, how far can I get? So as the air slowly started to seep out, I kept driving. Then when when you start feeling blue, 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 that means you got to stop driving or you're going to bend your frame, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I kept driving until it went like that. So I pulled over, I called roadside, and I just started crying because there's nothing I can do to prevent myself from doing this. Now, to take you back and give you a little bit more history, stop driving like that, DJ Lettuce. To give you a little more history, This is not the first time I've fallen asleep. This is the first time I'm admitting that it's probably epilepsy. I mean, narcolepsy. Now, when I first started figuring out that Essure was causing me all of these problems, one of the things it did to me was my daughter was talking to me, and she was a freshman at the time. And she was telling me about her day in cheerleading practice and what was going on with that. And I'm trying to listen to her in the mid-sentence. Good morning, King Moves. Mid-sentence, y'all, I fell asleep just like this. And I heard her say to me, dang, that's out of line. My mama fell asleep on me right in the middle of talking. I've had the sleep apnea test done already, King Moves. It's horrible. It didn't work. Nothing was there. So I heard that. I woke up and I looked at her and I just was like, I'm so sorry. At that time, I was in a relationship. Good morning, make the trap great again. And I used to fall asleep on him all the time. Like, he'd be talking to me and I just go to sleep, and he used to feel like he was the boring boyfriend. He wasn't a boring boyfriend. He was a bullshit piece of shit ass boyfriend. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact that I was falling asleep on my ex, okay? Right now, you deserve me to fall asleep on you, but I'm just telling you I fell asleep, okay? Well, now, as the years have passed, 'cause that was probably 2013, 2014. Good morning, Mr. Trap. It still happened, okay? Now, last night I came across a post in the Essure Problems group, which has over 36,000 women. And when I joined it in 2014, it was only 3,300 women, okay? Now, one of the women, if you go look at my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, I'm posting different stories from the women. I made a post and I said to the ladies, I want to know what your problems are. I want to know what your symptoms are, your ailments are. And I want you to post it. I'm going to post it without using your name. Well, one of the ones I posted last night was a young lady who mentioned that her brain fog was coming and that she has narcolepsy, and she's gone to the doctor and she's fallen asleep. And at that moment, a light bulb flashed. I'm like, oh shit. Let me look up narcolepsy real quick and see exactly what that means and see if that looks like what I'm feeling like. Lo and behold, y'all, that's exactly what the fuck it was. Exactly what the fuck it was. Exactly what it was. Narcolepsy. And I'm sure now that that's probably what my issue is, that I'm going through having narcolepsy. So I'm calling my primary doctor when I leave here today to let him know I need him to send me for another sleep study. Now, I know people are like, Kat, how you gonna fix it? There is no fixing it, y'all. There is no fixing it. I just gotta deal with this shit and hope that, that the problems get less. I mean, as of right now, they're not getting less. They're not even looking like they're gonna think about getting less. I mean, I keep praying about it and I keep having positive thoughts and hoping for positive outcomes, but so far it's not been good for me. So I say that here with confidence that I'm going to stay strong. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep trying to do what I got to do. I want to keep fighting. I want to keep trying to stay in front of everything that's going on. But it sucks because I don't know if I'm going to lose my teeth. I don't know if I'm going to lose my hair. I don't know if I'm going to lose my limbs, like my legs and my ankles and my knees and my hips. All that shit works against me. I don't know if I'm going to forget how to get home one day. I don't know. All I know is every day I got symptoms, whether it's chest pain, pelvic pain, foot pain, numbness, tingling, whatever it is, it's happening. The last 2 weeks, my memory has been bullshit. Every time I think about it, I'm forgetting something, like where I set something down, where I moved something to, where I'm supposed to be going, what I'm supposed to be doing. One of the most important things is that I did this play. And I've been rehearsing for this play for 6 months. I know these motherfucking lines like the back of my hand. I know them lines. I uplifted and encouraged everybody every day of the play. If you drop a line, pick it up. If you drop a line, pick it up. If you see that somebody dropped the line, pick it up. Don't lose no lines in this play because it's amazing. We got to pull through, y'all. And everybody was so excited and standing for me and supporting me. And they're like, yeah, Kat, we're going to do it. First day of the play. Somebody dropped the line. I helped him pick it up. He came at the end of the play, after that scene, and he was like, Kat, you so dope. Thank you very much for picking that up for me, Kat. I really appreciate you for doing that, because he missed one vital line. But I picked it up so quick for him that he caught it and he missed another step. All it took me to do was 2 times, and it looked like it was part of the play, and he caught that line. So again, I meant that. If you drop a line, pick it up, you got it. Second day of the play, I'm killing it. I'm in my second to the last scene. I had 3 or 4 scenes. I'm in my second to the last scene, the third scene. I'm having this argument with the girl I'm supposed to be arguing for on the scene, and we going in. Before I knew it, my whole line was gone. There was nothing I could do to feed myself this line, y'all. I had no way to get this line back. And I wanted to just cry on the stage, but my mind wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't let me do it. So I just sat there for a minute and I kept my face. I stayed in character with no lines. I stayed in character, just kept my face like it was supposed to be. And I played it all the way off. 2 very important lines I missed, y'all. I'm going to give them to y'all because I feel bad because I missed them. I know it don't have nothing to do with nothing, but I want y'all to know they was good lines. So the girl I'm arguing with, she says, you was keeping it real? Was you keeping it real when you spiked when you and your friend Sheila got smoking a joint in the girls' restroom? Or was you keeping it real when you spiked the punch with your mama's tequila? So my line is, oh no, you didn't bring my mama into this. At least I didn't have to walk around high school like you did for months with a scarf tied around your head when that bad perm took out all your hair. Y'all, that whole line did not come out. None of that I just said came out. I was on the stage, couldn't figure out what the fuck went right there. And so she says to me, well, I wore my scarf with class. I was the new version of India. I was the 80s version of India Ari. And I returned. I was supposed to say, girl, don't flatter yourself. You look more like India Scary. Those are 2 important lines, y'all. Those are funny ass lines, y'all. And I dropped them. And it hurt me to my core because I know, and just thinking about it makes me want to cry. Because I thought to myself, those are important lines. I did this for the playwriter. You know, she wrote those lines and that's exactly what I needed to say. That would have caused so much ruckus in the audience. But I can tell you by the grace of God, I still caused hella ruckus in the audience from even missing those 2 lines. You know, because I came back strong. I didn't let it go. I kept hitting her with the, Oh, no, you did? Did she just come for me? She did not just come for me. Did she? And my face still read, you are in character, Kat. And when I looked at the video, I was proud of myself. But when I dropped those lines, it hurt me to walk off that stage without those lines. And that night, I sent the director and I sent the writer an email. And I told them, I said, I apologize, for dropping those lines. They knew I knew the lines. I've been coming to rehearsals. I was rehearsing on my off days. They knew it. And they both encouraged me and said, don't worry about it. Dee, because that was my character. You stayed in character. Everybody's going to remember who you were. Even though you missed those lines, everybody's going to remember who you were. So know that you are a phenomenal actor. You've come a long way. You stayed in character and you still carried it through. They still understood what was going on because you didn't drop. You didn't drop. You were able to carry your part and her part. So understand that me dropping my lines, my character can't push back. Because those are lines I'm talking shit to her. She can't give me no pushback. All she can do is keep reacting to what I'm doing. So I say all that to say, Essure is fucking me up. And I know women are trying to get their tubes tied and they feel like this is supposed to be great. It's supposed to be a permanent contraceptive. It's not permanent. I'm one of the lucky women that didn't get pregnant, but everything else that's coming with it is a fucking problem. You know what I mean? It's a problem. So I wish you guys luck and success for everybody who is listening that does have the Essure, because I know what you're going through, because I'm going through it. I pray every day I don't lose my teeth. I pray every day that my vision stays at 1,000,000%. However, I'm starting to see spots in my eyes. I went from perfect vision to spots. These glasses are fake. I don't need to wear these. They just cute as shit. I went from brain fog to forgetting words and forgetting situations and scenarios and ingredients and shit like that. And it makes me mad because I'm very, very, I'm a multitasker. I do a lot of shit all day, and I handles that. And it's frustrating with knowing that this is what I'm up against. So look into it, Essure, y'all, problems. Look into my posts. If you see them, share them. If you got people looking to get their tubes tied, let them know this is not it. This is not it. This is not it, okay? I promise you this is not it. And as always, I thank you guys for always listening to me rant. I told you, Essure is that one thing that makes me cuss. Sexual assault makes me cuss. Abuse to children sexually makes me cuss. What is it called? Narcissistic people pisses me off. Men that think that they are better than women and think that they hold a better crown and can treat us like shit, that pisses me off. Racism pisses me off. Violence pisses me off. Those are all things that I use profanity against, and my daughter pisses me off sometimes too when she don't do what she's supposed to do. But I say all of that to say, ladies, if you are considering getting your tubes tied, please make this not the device that you are going to use to do so, because this is not the device that is going to be good for you, because this is a device that's fucking us up. We've already had women die from this device. We've had babies die from this device. We are having women that are on crutches and wheelchairs already from this device. And I pray every day that my ankle and my knees and my hips and my back don't give me any horrible pain to where I really all the way am down, because I feel it already and I go through things already. So I'm going to drop a song, and when I get back, we're going into this ladies talk. I appreciate you guys for listening. It is catnip today, and I love catnip. Sheree, you got any turned up music back there you want to hear?
I'm still trying to wake up.
You still trying to wake up?
I'm still trying to wake up.
Well, let me wake that ass up. I got this song right now. Gonna fuck me all night. You gonna fuck me all night. You gonna fuck me all night, all night, all night. Kama Sutra is what they call that. That is Cardi B and Juicy J. You guys are in the mix with your very favorite radio personality, KAT, on Sin City Heat, the morning show. Traffic and weather at 9:15, so stay tuned, and we will be right back. What up, baby?
Hey, girl.
Isn't it horrible? What? Essure. So my struts has been, so my car is shaking. So my tire had a hole in it. It was $40. And one of my lights came on, and then one of my lights went out. It's horrible, y'all. Got my orange juice. I'm trying to.
Period ain't for
it ain't for us. That shit ain't right.
Women,
that shit ain't right.
I think that's it's like points. That stuff ain't right. And by the time you realize that it's messed you
all the way, and you can't come back from me
at all. I still go through mine, girl.
I know. I'm telling somebody about it. You know, people want to argue with you. Well, they don't do it to me.
They took mine off. They call it the Skylar now, or Skyla.
Oh, they took out the market.
They renamed it though. It's the Morena.
I'm glad you told me that, because people keep telling me that they got it. I forgot you did tell me that.
See? Girl, there's a class action lawsuit against that. It is killing women.
Oh, I didn't know. I had a man. The man at the tire shop told me his wife has a Marina and she don't have issues. And I said,
yeah, you're either gonna be
later
have no issues right now, or you don't realize the issues are related to it. Right? No, I didn't know I was having that. They don't related. They don't know. By then it's too late.
Thank you for watching, guys. We're going to come back. Let me get this video posted to my e-sisters. Follow me on everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. At Sin City Heat with Kat. I know my sisters probably like, you just posted something in here. And it's the show. We don't want to hear the show. Don't worry about it. I made this video simply for my sisters in the Essure Problems group. That's why. I made this for every woman who thinks they're going to get their tubes tied and be okay. This shit ain't right. It is off the market in every country but the United States. Hear me? Y'all hear me when I say that? Every country in the United States but the United States. Last week we met with the FDA, and the FDA, we're waiting now to hear what they say, what their decision is, because we brought them the facts. We met with them again back in 2015, and they act like they didn't hear us. So now we wait now to see what they say. As far as getting it off the market, but we've been fighting, y'all. We are the stats. We are the facts. And I hate that I have to go through it, but I'm gonna scream it to the death of me. I don't want another woman to go through this. I was 26 when my body started fucking falling apart, and they wanted to tell me I was getting older. Really? At 26? At 26. So at 26, I should be just old already. I thought you get old at 43, starting at 37. I'm 33 and I feel like I'm 62 sometimes. And with narcolepsy, sometimes that explains my energy, why I feel like I'm either too tired. I'm never refreshed. I'm never. Well, it's a lot of us. It's a lot of us now. I'm never refreshed. I'm always tired. I don't look like I'm tired, but I'm always tired. When I sleep at night, I don't sleep all night. So the last couple of nights, I've been making sure to go home early. So I knock out by 10. I wake up probably 12 or 1, and I close my eyes again, and I go back to sleep. But I wake up a few times, and when I wake up, it's like I never went to sleep. So I've done a sleep study, but we did not look into narcolepsy because I didn't tell him I was falling asleep while I was driving. That's not the first time I fell asleep. And to add on to that, a couple of months ago, my nephew was at my house with my daughter, and we were in the car and we were driving, and we were going, I don't know where we were going because I kind of forgot that we were going somewhere. However, I was swerving, going back to sleep. Spades of Aces, they falsified the trial studies. They did them, but they falsified it. When the women reported all the things that I'm going through and like the other women are going through, they falsified it and acted like that wasn't the case. So that's the problem. The FDA knew all along, and so did the company Bayer and Conceptus. They knew what the problem was.
You're listening to the hottest internet station, 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio.
And they just falsified it, and that's why it was so horrible. They were the phase, so probably so, and I don't get no sleep. So I'm up all night, I'm up all day, but I've been fighting myself, making myself go back to sleep. I've been fighting myself, making me go back to sleep. I'm 50, I feel like I'm 30. We are the same age, Paul. So I've been fighting it, you know what I mean? And I hate it because there's nothing I could do to come back from it. But I'm not going to give up. We are steadily fighting. We're fighting for it now. We want them to take it off the market. They've taken it off the market in every country but the United States. That's why we're going through the trial studies again. That's why we just met with the FDA last week. That's why I'm screaming it so hard, because we met with the commissioner of the FDA last week. The women did, along with our lawyers, along with Aaron Brockovich, along with some of the admins from the group, and we're waiting for Mr. Gottlieb to get back to us and let us know what he decides. We've given him the facts, so let them know. Y'all was letting the doctors sit on the panel. You feel they were trying to scam people in? They did scam people in. They definitely did, because when the women reported all these issues, these headaches, the bleeding, the pelvic pains, the numbness, the tingling, the pelvic pains, all that stuff, they was crossing it off. Some of those women that were in those trial studies in early 2000, they're in the Facebook group with me. They have posted their trial study records. And you can see where doctors have crossed out very important issues that we're going through, and they didn't report it. There was also in 2012 a database that circulated. The guy that was working there no longer works there. But there was a database that had over 12,000 complaints that were never reported to the motherfucking FDA. So all these women reported this shit, and y'all didn't report it to the FDA. So we found this out. That's going through litigation right now. The lawyers are aware of that. They are admitting that some of these doctors they were paying off. The Bayer was paying the doctors off, was paying the FDA off. They having dinners and taking helicopter rides, having fancy vacations and shit just to get this shit approved. And the way they approved it was, it's a preemption type deal. If they claimed that if you do the trial study, you can make it to where you won't and cannot be sued. Well, they claim to have done the trial study correctly and legally. That's my first problem. How do you let a drug company do the trial study and you don't do no facts and checks? You don't do what do you call it? When you do facts and checks, what do you call it? Checks and balances? When you didn't do no checks and balances to make sure the shit worked. You should be doing the checks and balances. You don't let the company check with the clients and the patients to make sure that we good. That's your job. Well, they never did. So because of that, they said they did the trial studies. It's all money. The FDA approved them to not let us sue them. The problem is all is coming out, so now we can sue their ass. And we all have lawsuits. Well, I know I do. I had FMLA 2 times in my life. And I was 27, 28 when I was going through FMLA 2 times in my life. 2 different times. Why? I'm young. I'm a young kid. So, I'm praying, y'all. And I want y'all to pray for me, too. Tell your friends don't get Essure. Check out essureproblems.com so you can see what it's about. And we're going to get into some talking because we got to do traffic and weather in a minute. And there's no limit. We're getting this thing off the market. We're fighting right now. So, as I find out, good morning, Big Phil. Where you been, baby? As I find out, that was Usher with No Limit. This next song I'm going to drop when I get back. We're going to talk about, we're going to get right into ladies talk. I'm sorry. We're going to get right into ladies talk. All right. So stay tuned. But real quick, I'm going to play this song by my husband that makes me feel good. Because it came on this morning and I was like, ooh, it makes me feel good. And I want to feel better again. So stay tuned. You guys are listening to Sin City Heat, the morning show on 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio. You're either listening from the TuneIn app, watching from Instagram, or watching from Periscope, or listening from the website. Either way, I love you guys and I appreciate you for doing so. When I get back, we're going to get into the traffic and weather, and then we're going to get into this ladies talk, y'all. So stay tuned. We shall overcome.
Yeah, girl.
Isn't it crazy?
Well, at least mine has a lawsuit, a class action.
Yeah, we have. Well, ours is mass tort, so we're individual.
Girl, we got brain tumors.
Yep. Same shit.
What's it called? Remember, I was telling you I couldn't see. I was having vision problems and hearing that weird sound in my ear. It sound like it's so weird. I don't know.
Not that one. Was it this one?
No.
One of those kinds.
No, it's like a whooshing. It's like a almost like if you have water in your ears, sort of. But it feels like it's in the brain. It's really weird. Come to find out, it's called pseudotumors in your brain.
Wow. Are you still having it, or has it been on and off?
Well, it's been out of my system for about a year now, so I'm a little bit better. I still have like the infections and all that type of stuff. Like I still have a lot of the issues, like the memory loss, the vision problems, the migraines, all that other stuff. I still have female issues related to it. That don't ever go away.
It sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It sucks. And it's bullshit.
And we're over here trying to be preventive.
I'm trying to have no kids. I was trying to be a welfarian.
Right.
I was trying not to be a welfarian.
You know what I'm saying?
What doctors are assholes. I went to the doctor and got blood work. They let me leave 5 months ago knowing that I was pre-diabetic.
I didn't tell you.
They didn't even tell you?
It's crazy. Bye, guys. Catch us on Periscope. I'll restart in like 10 minutes, guys.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for watching.
I was just reading it one day.